Hey there. Okay, so today I am sharing what I am using for my 9th grader and my 11th grader for this school year. I am sharing them together because they're doing so many of the same things, so it was a little redundant to do two separate videos for them. So this is just my high school curriculum lineup for my 9th and my 11th graders together. They're not doing every single thing together, but you'll see in a second. So what I do when I'm planning is, for my high schoolers, is I use a planning sheet like this. This is just a yearly plan. And when my kids have been freshmen, I just sit down and I jot down in each of the different areas of study, math, history, science, English, and different electives. I write down one in each of those groups. Now I do this when they're freshmen, but it definitely changes throughout their high school career. So like this is my 11th grader and you can see things are crossed off, things are moved around, but it just gives me a general idea as 9th graders, kind of, so I know that they've pretty much got what they need to feel like they've gotten a good high school education. So, 3 to 4 maths, 3 to 4 sciences, really good electives, some good English course each year. So anyway, that's kind of what I've got for that. That's what I go off of. And then I go over to the course of study after I've decided what they're going to study that year. I do one of these per year. And then it just has the subject that they're going to do, the topics that they're going to cover in each of those subjects, and the resource, and then if I've bought it or not, so I can keep track of that. I do have this planning pack available in my shop, and then I also have, so it has the course of study and the planning page, and then it also has a list of life skill ideas and kind of a life skill planner so that you can kind of hone in on some of those different life skills for each, year of their high school career as well. So I am going to start with, I'll start with our morning meeting. That we will do all together, including my 4th grader as well. I kind of explained that more in depth in my 4th graders video, so I'm not going to do that here. But basically, we're going to be doing Bible and catechism practice together, some current events probably, and just kind of catching up for the morning and seeing what our day or our week is going to look like. So that's what morning meeting is going to look like all together with all the kids. So let's move right into math. So for my 9th grader, she has already done Algebra 1 as an 8th grader. So she already has 1 high school math credit. So what I'm going to have her do this year is I'm going to have her do Algebra 2. And then I'm not quite sure what she'll do after that. So that'll be 2 math credits as a 9th grader. We'll see. We'll see what we do next year. But this is what she is doing. I have nothing to show you for my 11th grader because he will be doing Dave Ramsey's class on personal finance. And then there's also another online financial peace course that I will have him do after the Dave Ramsey course. So he'll kind of do 2 online personal finance courses to make up his 1 math credit for the year. Science is another one that I don't have anything to show you because they will be doing it online. They're doing Physics 101. It has some download PDF things that go with it, like lab reports and some worksheets and some tests and stuff like that, and then the labs that they'll do along with the lessons. So they'll watch the lessons online and then they'll do the labs as they come. And it just looked like a really kind of easy way that they could get that science lab credit together. And I think that it will help that they're kind of doing it together, the 2 of them. It may be a little advanced for my 9th grader, but she's going to do things a little bit out of order than I've had my other kids do it. With them, I had them do a general science and then a biology for their first 2 years of high school. but she will be just doing a physics and then she'll go into a biology next year or a general science next year. We'll just see kind of how that plays out. And then we'll see from there. But they'll be doing Physics 101 together for science. Okay, let's talk about language arts for my high schoolers. They are going to be using something new to me. I've never used this before. I've actually never used any IEW stuff before at all. So this will be something new and interesting. It looks really fun and really user friendly. So this is Fix It Grammar, level 5. Level 5 and 6 look to be like for high school. It looks like a lot of correcting the grammar, fixing the grammar. And there's lots of different lessons in here. What I did was, the reason why I picked this is because it's 15 minutes a day. And it's also, it just appears to be very user-friendly. What I grabbed is the teacher book for myself to facilitate the lessons, and then I have the book for each kid. And so we'll see how that goes. The next thing that I will show you is this. It's a copywork because I still want them to practice their cursive. And because I think copywork is just so beneficial in so many ways when you're doing, when you're looking at a good sentence, a sentence that's well written, it makes you a better writer and better at grammar. So anyway, this I printed off from classicalcopywork.com, and this just follows the Westminster Shorter Catechism question by question. So you can see they have the question here and then the answer to the question that my kids will just copy on the lines below in their best handwriting. I will actually probably have them do this while I'm reading in the morning, while we're doing Bible reading, or probably not Bible reading actually. But just kind of while we're sitting around talking, they can just kind of do this in the morning to kind of wake up and stuff. And then this I will be using again as well. I'm going to continue on with teaching my kids sentence diagramming. I started this really kind of late in the game with my kids, but it's okay. There's always time to learn. I'm not worried about it. And so we worked through a lot of this book last year. And so we're going to keep doing it. So this is from Critical Thinking Company, and their grades are kind of very vast. So a lot of their logic books are, a wide variety of grade levels. So I found this to work really good with, really well, I should say, with my kids last year. So we're going to just continue on, and then we have the next level 1, 2, so like book 2 or whatever. And we also, I do not have them in here, but we'll also be using their logic. We use a lot of their logic books as well, just to kind of warm up our brains in the morning and do that. So that is what we have for language arts. Okay, next we have a couple of electives. So this is what my 11th grader, this elective my 11th grader will probably do on his own. We'll see how it goes. That's kind of all I planned it for. I didn't plan for my 9th grader to do it with him, but he's going to be doing economics. I have a course for him to go through in the fall semester, and then I have some more stuff for him to do to kind of make it a whole credit in the winter semester. So what he'll be doing in the fall is, it's called Economics for Everybody. And it is by Compass Classroom, and that's online. So he will just watch those videos. I don't know if there's like quizzes or anything to go with it, but it's okay. Like it'll be more of a conversational, thing. So he'll watch the videos and I'll talk to him about it and make sure he understands the concept. So then for the second half of the school year, when he gets through that, I have a couple of books for him to read through. It's, the first one is, well, actually there's 2 Uncle Eric books. This is on capitalism. My older son read this. It's a very good book. I mean, gosh, an adult would learn tons from it, and maybe everyone should read it. This is Whatever Happened to Penny Candy, and then this book, this guide goes along with this to kind of give him some more things to think about, kind of some notes to go along with the chapter and some questions to kind of, just kind of give him some review questions. And then the other thing he'll be reading that hasn't arrived yet is just Basic Economics by Thomas Sowell. It's a little bit of a tougher read, like a little bit more advanced, but I still think that he's going to get a lot from it. And it's okay to kind of push ourselves sometimes as well. So that is one elective that he will be doing. And then the other elective that my kids will be doing together is this Answers in Genesis course. So this is from Master Books, which I love. We've used a couple of their things in our homeschool the last couple of years, and we really, really like it. So this one comes with book 1 and book 2, and this is all about kind of comparing and contrasting creation versus evolution. And there's a couple books on Charles Darwin that I'm going to have them read as well, but this is going to be the bulk, and this is an apologetics credit for them both. And then it also comes with this guide, this teacher's guide, which is really, really great. So not only does it have review questions that you can ask your kids after each lesson, but it also has kind of this nice schedule laid out for you. Now, we probably won't follow it exactly, but what we'll do is just kind of keep it as a rolling schedule. Like, I won't probably do this Monday through Friday schedule, but it will be, kind of laid out for me so I know, okay, what did we do last time? Okay, we read chapter 2. These are the pages we read. So today we're going to do the worksheet. We used Master Books Intro to Logic last year, so they got a credit for that. And I used their schedule to really help me kind of remember where we were. I just kind of checked it off or highlighted when we were done with that specific lesson, and it helped us get through the whole book and do the tests and questions and stuff with it as well. And it was just a really great course. So I'm really looking forward to doing this one with the kids as well. I will probably do all the reading for them, or to them, I should say, and then give them the quizzes and stuff. And then I will give them the books, the books on Darwin to read on their own, and then we'll discuss them. So those are the 2 elective credits that they'll have this year. Okay, the last credit that the kids will be earning is for history. They're going to be doing American history, and I really struggled to choose what I wanted to do. And then, of course, I changed my mind at the very last minute. So what I ordered that I'm going to send back, not because I don't like it, but because I found something on my shelf that will work, and then I'll save money and get more use out of this other curriculum. But anyway, I highly recommend the other series from Master Books. So we've not done this high school series yet, but this is American history for 9th through 12th grade. This is early settlement days until today. So this is very updated. I mean, some of the last lessons are things that I don't even remember. I think this was published in like 2021. And so, I mean, there's very current history in here. So that's kind of cool. And there's also some really great, like, ethical questions in here. I don't know. Honestly, now I'm looking through it again. I'm like, maybe I should just keep it and do it. But I mean, there's questions on abortion. There's questions on race. There's questions on euthanasia. I mean, there's some deep stuff in here, which is really kind of interesting. And it's history, but it hits on all of the big topics, and it creates a lot of opportunity to have really good conversations with your kids. And then I also got the teacher's guide, which gives you this handy schedule, like the apologetics course. And then it also has a little assignment with each lesson, and it's just, some questions and true or false and that kind of thing. That's really all it is. There's nothing as far as like projects or anything extra that you maybe want to do that's not included. But what I think I'm gonna do, I'm so torn because I really do like this one. I I want to do both, but it's just, you can't. But when I was doing some rearranging, I remembered that I had this on my shelf, which is also really, really good. I don't know. I'm going to look at it again, but right now I'm kind of leaning towards this one just because I already own it. And I feel like as homeschoolers, it's so easy to grab the new bright, shiny thing. But our shelves are so full already. I know mine are anyway. But anyway, this is a great one too. And so this covers the same period in time. And I don't know. I will probably just go ahead and do the Mystery of History. This is what my older son did when he was in high school, one of the years for history. And so I think we'll just stick with this one for this year. Same kind of format. It's a textbook and the kids will just read through that. This one has a companion guide disc in the front, which I actually don't even have anything that plays a disc at this point. So I'm going to email them and maybe they have the companion materials in a PDF form. I know that I printed this off, which kind of splits up the different chapters into weeks. So you can, like the other one, it's all laid out for you. Like, okay, this week we got to cover these chapters and so on and so forth. And I believe that the companion guide also has some quizzes and questions and some extra activities as well. So I think we're going to do this one. It's such a hard choice, but I think we're going to stick with this one and we're just going to go with it. So what I'm going to do with the history though, since we are doing American history, I'm actually going to add this to some literature to make it a double credit. So we'll have a credit for literature and we'll have a credit for history. So what I'm going to do for that, I grabbed just a handful of books from my shelves that we already owned that my kids haven't read. We have Harriet Beecher Stowe's Uncle Tom's Cabin. We have the narrative life of Frederick Douglass. We have Up From Slavery. We have To Kill a Mockingbird, and we have The Scarlet Letter. So like these are kind of all over the place. But well, maybe some of them are like too similar. But I haven't decided exactly what books we'll read yet, but I'm going to have them read several books by American authors, and then I'm going to have them kind of do some writing on them and some narration. Maybe we'll add some movies to them too, and some extra things, and count that as an American literature credit as well. So I don't know how many credits that is. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then they'll have a half a credit for band. So yeah, they'll have around 6, 6.5, 7.5, something like that, credits this year. So that is our curriculum lineup for the year. I hope that this was helpful. Let me know if you are homeschooling high school as well. You can check out the blog post for links to all of this stuff, and then more information about like what we're doing this year and just some more details that I didn't cover here in the video. So anyway, thanks for watching, and have a great homeschool year.